conversation once we start talking about your experience with the course and what you've experienced by taking action and actually going out doing appointments, giving quotes, getting a crew together, things like that. Are you okay with that?
Sure, yeah.
Awesome. Awesome. So if you don't mind, I know you're busy. I don't know how much time you have, but we can get right into it if you want.
No, no, we're good.
Cool. Because what I'll do is I'll just kind of I'll cut up the video to where it kind of starts now, or something like that. You know what I mean?
Wonderful.
So if we could, maybe tell us a little bit about what you were looking for and before you found us, and what your thought process was when you saw the offer to help you build this cabinet business.
Sure. Um, I had no really expectations about it. Really, when I initially contacted you guys, I had got in the construction business due to the fact that I wanted to lower my overhead costs and increase my profits on my flips for homes that I was doing.
Sure.
So with that in mind, I thought it might be a good business opportunity. So you guys kind of piqued my interest with that into getting into custom cabinets, because we do everything else in the homes, and we get asked all the time about cabinets and this and that and the other. So I kind of went in with an open mind with you guys, and wanted to listen to what you guys had to say, and learn as much as I possibly could. After meeting with you guys and talking, I was apprehensive at first, just because things were moving so fast. And I used to do things, I still kind of do things the old school way, but I do believe in technology. So I was apprehensive at first, and then you guys, upon talking with you multiple times, I really got comfortable with what you were doing and just decided to just jump in and take action.
Yeah, and you definitely did. You mind going over kind of your process when you got access to the course and what you did with it?
Right, right. Well, I immediately jumped in and I went through the course from front to back. Not as thoroughly as I could, but just I really wanted to see what everything was. So I skimmed over everything really quick, and then I started deep diving into the different sections, and really learning them as much as I could. So I immediately went out and bought equipment that you guys said to get, and it was very specific on which store to go to and what exactly to get, and so. And then I started taking the steps in place, like getting my LLC together and getting together just different things that I needed to get the business up and running that you guys had told me that I needed in the course. So started doing that. And then I even went a step further, and I kind of got on Home Advisor, and then I opened a profile, and then I just threw some money down, and then leads started coming in. And that's kind of when it snowballed. And like I told you guys could have a long runway with this thing. Uh, and you guys will hold their hand the whole way to take off, or some guys really have a short runway, and I think that was with me. Mm-hmm. And it wasn't anything I don't think that I did wrong. I was just more coachable and open to what you guys had to say, and then I just took action. And so once the leads started coming in, I guess with my construction background, I just kind of took that, and it was a natural progression into me just getting my first couple of jobs, and then things started snowballing.
Yeah, and that's what was, you mentioned it right away, your coachability. The ability to take direction and just, trust us and trust the process, and kind of see what happens, but you're going to commit to it. And that's exactly what you did. And you started getting results right away. Can you kind of tell us about, when you did set everything up and you had the leads coming in, what happened after that?
It happened really fast. I went on a first couple of deals, and then I lost the job due to bidding because I was very inexperienced on how to bid cabinets. So then I spoke to you and Alex, and then I said, hey, what am I doing wrong, this and that? And then you guys kind of talked to me about just a few different strategies to use. And then after that, I got the next two jobs that I went ahead and bid for, which was fantastic.
Yeah, and didn't I hear that they actually paid you for the job up front?
They did.
The whole job.
The entire job.
That doesn't usually happen. I think
we were impressed on that one.
We might be able to learn some closing techniques from you on that if you can make that happen regularly.
Well, I don't know if it was me. Maybe it was just luck. I don't know.
That does happen. Luck's on our side sometimes.
Right. And that customer actually was fantastic in a lot of different ways
Oh, yeah.
because he deals with commercial cabinets as well. So, and we won't get into that now, but
Yeah.
there was a lot that happened with that lead that I was very blessed with. So,
Yeah, that's what I've heard, and I'm grateful to see that you took action and you're kind of on a journey that could take you pretty far. Would you mind telling us a little bit about what you're excited for, what your kind of plans are for now that you see that there's something that can be built here and you've started building it already? Where do you
right.
see this going for you?
Well, once I started the cabinet job, and it wasn't just a normal refinishing job that we did. I mean,
Right.
this was glazing and everything. I mean, so it's probably one of the most, as you and Alex put it, it's probably one of the most technical cabinet jobs to start with initially. So
Right.
I had that against me as well, but it turned out perfect.
We were
And
very impressed. We were very impressed how you definitely took
It came out
direction
great.
and
I
it
have some
was
great
awesome.
guys, and I have some great coaches with you guys. So,
Thanks.
Steven spent about an hour and a half on the phone with me before this cabinet job, and I took just very, very detailed notes on
Yeah.
what to do, what to expect, what to look for, what not to do, different things like little things like what kind of tape to use, and just different things to make the cabinets look fantastic, and it worked out. But in the future, what I'm looking forward to is really having a defined budget with what I'm doing regarding the cabinets monthly.
Mhm.
The website that you guys designed looked really good, and that's helping me with bidding jobs in
Great.
that. So it's very, very helpful. Um, some of the marketing strategies that you guys have thrown out to use. Right now, I'm just implementing one, but once I master that one, we're going to move into some more avenues as we discussed with Alex and Steven here. But the sky's the limit. I mean, I would like to. My goal for this year is to do at least 800,000 in the cabinets, just cabinets
Nice.
alone. That's not
awesome.
my construction business or roofing business, but this is just for cabinets, and I think I can exceed that. So
That's the first year. First
year.
year.
yeah,
Starting
and I don't
up,
know
And
if
it's
that's
possible. It's definitely possible. The reason you have those expectations are because you're building that projection off of what you've seen you do already. So
right.
like it's definitely possible. We've done, beyond that ourselves by following the same process that you now had access to. And you're going to have our support as well to help you get to 800,000 and beyond. So it's an exciting time.
Hey, Tony, I have a question. Being in the construction field, just for others in the same field who may be interested in this, would you say, a little easier for you to get going just because you had the background and then our help, getting you going?
Right. I believe if you're in any type, not just construction, construction is going to help you work with your hands and know what to do from A to Z. But I believe in just talking with people. And if you have a little bit of sales and maybe a little bit of marketing background, that's going to help. But the biggest thing is just being coachable and being able to follow directions. Like if you guys said do this, this, and this, that's exactly what I did. So I try to be a student. I don't know everything, and I'm learning every day. And that's just kind of the mindset that I take in. But I do believe that having a construction background helped me a little bit. But I believe being coachable really helped me out tremendously in this whole thing. And then just talking to people, getting out there. This service speaks for itself just due to the fact that they have many different options in their budget, whether it's going to be refinishing, refacing, or custom cabinets. You can really hit all high notes when it comes to customers and what they need. And so when you explain that to them, they're very open, especially to what you can possibly do for their home improvement project.
Awesome. Well, I want to respect your time, and I appreciate you getting on the call. But before we leave, you mind offering some words to people that may be sitting on the fence or contemplating moving forward or taking the leap of faith with this process? Do you have any words for them?
I do. Don't get in the way. Don't let yourself get in the way of your dreams. Go out there and take action. Listen, hire coaches. We pay Americans, and I was raised this way as well. Go to college and get a job and trade time for money. But what I would say is building a business has been one of the best things for me that I could have possibly done regarding time with my kids and my family. Also, income that I could never possibly made just doing this, working a 9 to 5 job or trading time for money, like I said. So get a coach. People pay all this money for college and stuff. Get a coach that knows some things that you don't about what you're trying to do, and follow. Success leaves clues. So if you follow the people that have been there, it leaves a blueprint, and if you listen to them, you can be as successful as the people that you're learning from.
In half the time or
Right.
less.
I agree.
Definitely.
I agree.
Well, I appreciate that, Tony. I'm looking forward to continue working with you, man. If anything at all, just feel free to give us a call or a text. I appreciate it.
Hey,
Thanks,
thank you
man.
guys. I
You
appreciate
have an
it.
awesome day, bro.